do you think through love we can find happiness with the right person, or is all a Hollywood creation?
I think that happiness is not dependent on love, but I think that if you're with the right person, then you have a good shot at happiness. But it has to be the right person, because conversely, being with the wrong person, you have an excellent shot at misery. So.
I think that your characters, Liz and Jason, are the most realistic one in the movie. Nothing against the others; they're all great, but it's very easy to identify with them as a part of the audience. Did you identify with their dilemma and how they meet and her job and?
Well,
part of my job is pretending to be someone that I'm not, so I guess
there you
on
go, yeah.
some level I identify with that.
This is something that's happened to me in my real life, which is that you're 2 weeks into a relationship or a couple days into a relationship, and then this day rolls around, and all of a sudden you have to decide, am I buying her 1 flower, a dozen flowers, a ring, nothing, to not seem too desperate, I don't know. So, and I've messed it up every time. Spent about 30 times. Hopefully 31 I'll have a better shot at it.
How important is good writing for comedy? Like in this case, how was your?
I think good writing is important for whatever. I mean, if it's important for drama, it's important for comedy, it's important for everything. And luckily, Gary is not only a wonderful director, but he's an amazing writer, specifically an amazing comedy writer. He really knows where the funny is. And so I think that's one of the reasons why people are so comfortable in his movies and maybe go to places they wouldn't otherwise go to, because it's a horrible feeling to put yourself out there in any way, but especially as an actor, and to try to be funny and to fail. You just feel awful. But Gary has an amazing track record with making people funny.
Do you guys consider that monogamy is something genetic or cultural?
Oh, this is the Euro question that I
wanted. The Euro trash question.
Yeah, what's the, no, I didn't say Euro.
I think it's cool.
What's the European answer to that question?
If you ask me, I think monogamy is part of capitalism.
Oh,
that they try to reproduce
that.
We need
to Spain, dude. It's Spain.
It's like if you're gay.
Is that where I'm going?
It's like, sex for pleasure is not seen well in some societies.
Oh, I'll let him keep going. This is great.
No, I think that's certainly true. I actually would say that monogamy is genetic in the sense that some people have brown eyes, some people have blues. I think some people are genetically incapable of monogamy. I think that, and some people are genetically incapable of sleeping around and feeling comfortable with it. So I think, like with everything, there's very few things in life that are uniform across the board. Everyone feels the same thing. I mean, think about it. What do we have in common? Breath and gravity and death. And so I think in that sense, I think it's kind of up to the individual.
Oh, that's great. That's a great answer, by the way.
I think it's wonderful because, what I was saying was too, too extreme. Not extreme, but I was like.
Well, on either end, either end is extreme. I mean, it's good. What's good about the movie is that it checks in with many different stories. You can't really have a movie called Valentine's Day and have it be about one couple.
So or one type of love.
Or one type of love, yeah. So there's every single...
Certainly not with this cast.
Not with this cast. So it checks in, there are kids that are making Valentines. There's kids in high school who are thinking about losing their virginity, up to seniors who have been married 50 years and dealing with infidelity. And then, we kind of hold down the 20-somethings, which is they're just, as Annie was saying in another interview, maybe it's not first love, but it's first kind of, real love or deep love, did you say?
Or serious, maybe.
The first chance, it's not the first love, but maybe the first true love.
Maybe the first true love. So it's kind of, and then, I think Ash and Jennifer are more dealing with a couple in their 30s where now they've kind of been through that relationship and they're looking for something even deeper. So I think that's a great thing about the film is that it checks in with every different possible point of view. People who are skeptical and hate Valentine's Day, people who love it too much, people in the middle.
But that's one of the things that I've got to say I like about the movie, that the couples that work best in the movie are the couples, everyone has chemistry, everyone has companionship going for them. And I think that's really important. It's not, about like the slick suave love or anything like that. It's very heartfelt.
Yeah.
And how did both of you accomplish the realism of the relationship among these two characters?
How are we both realistically so awkward?
It was pretty easy.
We just kind of played to our strengths.
say, yes, I'm rarely a method actor, I've been saying, but in terms of doing badly with women on Valentine's Day, they came to the right guy.
And in our scenes together, we didn't practice any of that awkwardness. It just kind of found us.
We've
So-
also known each other for over 10 years,
Yeah.
so we had a lot of comfort. It's a very comfortable set that Gary runs, but on top of it, we had a lot of comfort with each other, and it was just very easy to kind of hit the ground
It
running.
was true, you know, because we shot our scenes in a week, and so sometimes on that, you know, there's a little bit of anxiety or maybe self-consciousness. Oh, who is this person? Do they like me? And I just walked in. I was like, hey, man, what's up? We're gonna do this.
And off came the clothes.
As it happens in Hollywood.
Would you say that we can change reality or the perception of reality through movies?
Change it? I'm
The
not.
perception of reality, maybe. I mean, but not reality.
That's such a deep question. We're in Valentine's
This
Day.
is definitely the European press junket, which I love. Yes, I mean, I think movies are really powerful. I think sometimes they're given too much credit, and sometimes they're given too little. I think right now is a good time for this kind of movie, which is a celebration of people caring about each other, and there's, as Annie's been saying, there's very little that's sinister or cynical in this movie. And I think, at least in America, it's a really good time for a movie that's not too cynical.
And I think, you know, film as art is, you know, has about as much ability to alter people's reality as any kind of art. I think very few films transcend and become art, and I think film is entertainment. I don't know if it changes people's reality. Once again, it depends on the person.
You were commenting a little the different characters. I think they're very rich because they're all very different. There's the super independent woman, the other woman who's more like slot or easier. I don't mean your character now, but so I think it's a very rich movie in a way because it explores many aspects of the humankind. And I would like to know if this is what brought you into this movie.
I liked that aspect of the movie that many kinds of love are explored, but the thing that really brought me in was Gary. You know, we'd done 2 films before together, and I wanted to do a third one with him.
I wanted to work with her.
And then when he came on board, I was just like, this is perfect.
I've known Annie for a long time, and then, you know, and I always knew she was a great actress. I mean, I think it's hard for me to be friends with actors if they're not talented, is the truth. But then on top of it, you know, she's grown to be such a great actress. So I thought, no, I'm sick of being friends with her. Let's, you know, I want to work opposite her, and it was just as good.
We gotta broaden this relationship.
Yeah, come on, like forget the friendship.